Hi kindergartners, welcome back to more read alouds. So I'm really excited for today's read alouds because I was able to get back into the classroom and I got our library books from the last time we went to the library. You guys check them out, and we didn't get a chance to read them because we had to close school so quickly, but I was able to get them, so I'm really excited because now we get to read them. So today, I'm not going to tell you whose stories they are. I'm going to post that in the Seesaw classroom, but I wonder if you'll remember which books you chose when we were on our library field trip. So think, and see if you can remember. Otherwise, go to our Seesaw classroom and you'll find out whether we read your book or not for that day. So today we have three. The three ones that I chose are Your First Day of Circus School, and then we have Whose Shoes Would You Choose? And then finally we'll finish with the ABCs of Space. So these are the three we'll read today, and then the activity will be down below. And see if you learn something new from these stories. Alright, Your First Day of Circus School. This one is by Tara Lazar. And this reminds me of Kinder Circus. Remember we used to do Kinder Circus with Coach Sierra? She is a performer with Prescott Circus Theater. I wonder if any of the skills she taught us are in this book. Let's read and find out. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, it is the most amazing day on earth. Your first day of school. Who can sleep before the big day? You're probably tired this morning and dragging your feet. Make sure you find a uniform that fits. Take time to eat a balanced breakfast, and don't forget to pack a snack. Uh-oh. Don't worry, the bus has an endless number of seats. Welcome one and all, step right up. School looks big, but you'll find your way around. Walk this way. Your big brother will show you the ropes. Or big sister. Don't let the kids in the higher grades run you over. You'll make lots of new friends if you put on a smile. Once you find your class, try not to sit behind the tall kid, and it's important to learn your teacher's name. And her name is Miss Stupendous. I bet you've worked up quite an appetite. Watch out, the cafeteria can be a real zoo. You can let off some steam during recess, but watch out for other stuff that steams. Oh no, look. What did that giraffe leave behind? Uh-oh. I know it's a lot to juggle on your first day, and you probably have high expectations. But you'll find a way to rise above it all and soar through the air with the greatest of ease. Well, look at that. You're a fast learner, kiddo. At the top of the class already. After all, you're just like your big brother, or big sister, in so many ways. Oh look, now he's pieing him. Was your first day awesome? I hope you had a blast. I bet you can't wait until tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. Your big brother will be there to cheer you on every step of the way. Or your big sister. The end. So, there were some things I noticed in here that Prescott Circus does. Like walking on stilts and dressing up in costumes. They put on clown acts. Oh, and balancing. That's a circus skill. So actually, did you know that Prescott Circus Theater has a TikTok account? And they are posting videos to teach you how to do different circus skills. Like, I think they have one about juggling, and then body percussion, where you make music with your body, you do like a rhythm, acrobatics. So I'll put the link down below, and you can actually watch Coach Sierra and see what skills she's teaching you, and that way you guys will get a little bit, a taste of circus while you're at home. Alright, so we'll keep going. Here is our next one. This one is called Whose Shoes Would You Choose? And this sounds like it's going to be a rhyming book, because I hear a lot of words that sound the same. And this book is written by Brian P. Cleary. So that means he's the author. The sun shone on the throne as he talked on the phone. Can you find the 3 words that sound alike? Shone, throne, phone. We each reach for a peach. Each, reach, peach. She drew a 3 on her knee. She, 3, knee. He can teach the speech at the beach. Teach, speech, beach. And here's his speech he's saying. Sand, sun, and fun. The leech by the bleach made me screech. Leech, bleach, screech. Eee! Whose shoes should she choose? Whose shoes choose? The chief saw the thief with the sheaf. Chief, thief, sheaf. And I think a sheaf is like a bundle of wheat. I think, like a bunch of it that's tied together, like if you look at that picture. And if you grind up wheat, you can use that to make bread. Or you grind it up to make flour, and then flour you can use to make bread. I think. I'll have to double check what a sheaf is. The sheik will shriek if you kiss his cheek. Sheik, shriek, cheek. Eee! The cheese on my knees made me wheeze. Cheese, knees, wheeze. Wheezing is kind of like, ugh. Look like he's about to sneeze. You're breathing kind of funny. Show Mr. Cho that you know how to throw. Mr. Cho, no, throw. Keith had a wreath beneath his teeth. Keith, wreath, teeth. And beneath. See, the wreath is beneath his teeth. It's under his teeth. Beneath is another word for under. She knew she should not chew on the shoe that he threw. Chew, shoe, threw, and knew. When you know something. I knew it. She chose those shows that her friend knows. Chose, shows, knows. And those. It is the truth that a youth named Ruth put a tooth on the booth. Ruth, tooth, booth. And truth. That's the opposite of telling a lie. The truth is when you tell something that is true, that really happened. The end. Ah, that was a good book. Thank you to our friends who chose that book. Alright, here is our last story for today. This one is called ABCs of Space. So we have an asteroid, binary star, and a comet. Let's see what we can learn about space. This book is by Chris Ferrie and Julia Kregenow. A is for asteroid. An asteroid is a big chunk of rock that orbits the sun. B is for binary star. A binary star is actually two stars that orbit each other. They're going around each other. A comet, or C is for comet. A comet is a clump of ice and rock in a very big orbit around the sun. D is for dark matter. We can't see dark matter, but it makes up most of the mass in the universe. E is for eclipse. An eclipse happens when the Earth, Moon, and Sun are perfectly aligned. F is for fusion. The energy source inside of stars is nuclear fusion, where atoms join together to form new elements. When they fuse together, when they come together to make a new thing. G is for galaxies. Each galaxy is a collection of up to 1 trillion stars, all held together by their collective gravity. H is for habitable zone. The habitable zone is the region around a star where it is warm enough for water to remain liquid. Like there's Earth, and that's the habitable zone of the sun. The sun is a star, and we live in the perfect spot right next to the star where life can grow, where water can be liquid, and that helps to grow the trees and all the food that we eat. Trees, plants, and everything we eat. If we didn't have water, and we didn't live in this habitable zone, all of our water would be ice, and then if we didn't have water, we would not be able to survive. So, we're very lucky we're in the habitable zone. I is for inflation. Inflation was the very rapid expansion of the universe shortly after the Big Bang. The Big Bang is when the whole universe kind of started, where it began. J is for Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system. K is for Kepler's laws. Kepler's laws describe how planets orbit stars. L is for light year. 1 light year is the distance that light travels in 1 year. M is for moon. Earth has 1 moon orbiting around it. Some other planets have 0 moons, and others have many. N is for neutron star. A neutron star is the collapsed iron core that is left behind after a large star dies. So there's the star, dies, and then there's the neutron star. O is for orbit. Orbit is the free fall motion of one object around another due to gravity. P is for penumbra. Penumbra is the outer part of an eclipse shadow where the light is only partially blocked. So here's the light shining, there's the Earth, there's the penumbra where only some of the light gets blocked, and then there's the umbra where all of the light gets blocked by the Earth. And remember, an eclipse is when the Earth, the Moon, and the Sun are all aligned. Q is for quasar. A quasar is one of the brightest objects in the universe. R is for red giant. A red giant is a star that has grown enormous and is at the end of its life. S is for satellite. Anything orbiting something else much bigger is called a satellite. We have satellites, I don't know if you can see that, around that orbit around the Earth, and these satellites help us talk to each other. That's how a lot of our phones work, or how your GPS or your maps works, is by talking, bouncing signals up to the satellites, and then sending information back down. And they're always spinning around and around the Earth. T is for tides. Tides are the bulging of the oceans caused by gravity. U is for universe. The universe and all the matter, energy, and space. The universe is all the matter, energy, and space there is. V is for visible light. Visible light is the only kind of light that human eyes can see. So we can only see these colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, black. all these colors come together and they make all of the things that we can see. They make up all the light that we can see. W is for white dwarf. A white dwarf is the tiny core of a small star left behind after it dies. X is for X-ray telescope. An X-ray telescope is a space telescope used to collect X-ray light. Have you ever broken your arm or any part of your body, or even just gotten an X-ray of your teeth? It's the same kind of thing, but this is an X-ray telescope, so it's up in space. But it uses the same kind of X-ray technology in the X-ray light. Y is for year. A year is the time it takes the Earth to go around the sun once. So here's January, and then July, and it goes back all the way around. That's 1 year. 1 whole year. Z is for zenith. When you stand up straight, zenith is the direction directly overhead. So if you are sitting or standing where you are and you look directly up, that's your zenith. This is my zenith, and your zenith is different because you're in a different spot. Cool. That was an interesting book. That was fun. So some of these concepts in here were might have been a little bit challenging. Maybe you don't understand them yet, but if you're interested in one of the words or one of the things you heard, you can totally look it up and research it, and you'll definitely learn more about this as you get older and as you go through more school too. And maybe you want to be an astronomer when you grow up. That's Julia Kregenow. She's an astronomer and she studies the stars. So if this book was interesting to you, maybe you'd want to be an astronomer. Very good choice. Alright, friends, so I'm very excited. We're going to continue reading our library stories, probably for the next couple of weeks, until we get through them all. Look out for your library book, so keep coming back. We're going to keep reading them. I'm having a lot of fun reading these. I hope you are doing well at home. I miss you, and I love you, and I hope you guys are taking care of each other. Alright, look down below for the activity, okay? Bye, see you next time.